Right, so made it into Paddington. Now I've got to get the Heathrow Express. Never been on the Heathrow Express before. Yeah, looking good. So I'm actually in Belfast for the social media bootcamp for Louise Brogan. She spoke at my event. I speak at hers. I'm actually going to double check and go through the presentation. That should be good because this is all revolves around my 30-minute marketing plan. So that was mega quick. They don't call it the Express for nothing, honestly. So they've just called the gate. I was getting a bit worried for a minute because it was the only flight that said please wait on it. So I'm in sunny Belfast. It literally is sunny. That was, I felt like literally 5 minutes. I was doing horrendous amounts of notes for the lead school we're relaunching. Right, so I'm in Belfast and just got to make my way to the hotel basically, and then practice my talk a couple of times and then go out for dinner. Right, so I had a really sort of good journey down. I've got a beautiful view into the harbour. So I am going to literally now practice and do a couple of run-throughs of my presentation, and then I think Louise is taking us out for dinner. Okay, so good afternoon everyone, my name's Alex Curtis. What's up? Just holding up the phone. So despite going to a restaurant that caters for vegetarians for my good man Ian, we actually had amazing food, which...
What's that supposed to mean?
It doesn't mean anything. Read between the lines, my friend. So it's the morning of the talk, and our hotel doesn't have an iron, so hopefully the venue does. Right, so we're on our way. I'm with Ian. We're about to walk through the lovely harbour and try and find an iron while we're at it.
It's pretty stunning here. Have a look at this.
I can't get over this building. So it turns out there is not a single iron in Belfast, so we're waiting on tent hooks to find out if we can get one.
We're delighted to see you all here today. After the speakers, we have about 10 minutes to sit. Amazing. He teaches people how to do live video with
Made it as a speaker now that I've got a headset.
Yes.
Does kind of look like there's a wasp in the corner of my eye.
You should start breathing into Whitman.
Right, good morning everyone. Louise and Asher kindly asked me to come talk to you about niching and social media. And also, Louise put a load of pressure on me at the last minute. She was saying, I mean, she's lovely, but if you get her on WhatsApp, she's incredibly direct. Like, honestly, no nonsense, right? Just one thing for the event. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Title needs to be short, tweetable. Okay, so I've got to talk about niching, social media. I've got to make it sound much more interesting than that, and I need to have the character limit on it. So I want to talk about how to sort of gain business from social media. For me, there's three things, and niching and specializing is just one of those. The other two is that I believe people buy from people, and that giving information without expectation, those three things combined have really transformed my business. So I've got to cover those three things off. I've got to make it tweetable. I'm not sure it's going to fit the character limit, but nailed it, I reckon. Louise is frowning, but it's all right. I did create a hashtag that you can all use, which is quite easy. So now I've lowered your expectations on my skills on Twitter and social media. We'll try and pick up from there. That meeting, knowing what I needed to do, but I still wasn't kind of feeling it. I was still feeling the fear a little bit. Really, really depressed, really kind of anxious. So I did what any sort of man in his 30s would do in that kind of situation for a little bit of a pick-me-up, and I watched the Dark Knight trilogy, as you do. And then my favourite scene in Batman Begins Because at this point I was thinking, maybe, because I've done a lot of work in financial services, maybe I'll put a page on my website about financial services. And I watched this scene where Liam Neeson says, if you devote yourself to an ideal, you'll become something else entirely. And so I was like, I can't just have a page about financial services, I've got to devote myself to the ideal. So I changed everything. I felt the fear, I did it anyway, and I changed my whole website, my whole social media, everything was all about financial services, nothing else. So I've just finished. People laughed when they were meant to. I think there was quite a few questions, things when I went around the tables, just done a mastermind. So yeah, really good day. We got a little gift here. What have we got? Irish potato crisps, amazing. What else we got? Socks.
Alpha socks.
Ooh. And chocolates. Should do this speaking thing more often.
Hi everyone. So this part of the day is actually our first panel. For me, the podcast has turned into clients. So is that what you would find with yours?
Absolutely, yeah. So I didn't know why I started it. I certainly know why I've kept it on, because literally we have picked up clients that we wouldn't have got anyway. And you can sponsor your own podcast. You know, the Lead Engine could sponsor the Lead Generation for Financial Services podcast. We don't do that. It was just going back to that giving without expectation. I find I get more back in return the more I give without expectation and without that salesy thing. So we just did a podcasting panel where they were asking us why we set up the podcast, and I can actually remember why I actually set up the podcast. I was stumped. Question one went down really well. We gave loads of value to people. And there might be some new podcasts spawning from here, which would be pretty awesome. So that is it. We're done in Belfast. I'm just about to get my taxi home. I'm outside the Titanic Hotel. It's been an amazing time. I haven't actually got to see a lot of Belfast, but did get to meet some amazing people and hopefully inspire some people to create a podcast and do some better video on social media. So